y'all doing this evening? I miss y'all so very, very much. I'm gonna let some folks come on in here. You know, I miss y'all a lot. How's everyone doing this evening here? Hope everybody's doing real well this evening. I appreciate y'all for coming on in and kicking it with your good time Maki here. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit the like button for me. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe for me. We're just going to play a little bit of catch-up here because I've been on a bit of a hiatus. So we're just going to let some folks come on in. And then we'll get to it. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and, of course, grab your drink, grab your smoke, grab whatever you like to partake in for this evening. And we're going to sit and have a little chit-chat today. What's going on with y'all? So for those of you that don't know, I took a bit of a break from YouTube for a little while. I had some car issues and things that were going on that just took up a lot of time trying to square everything away and all that. Um, but the main reason why I've been gone for so long is, for those of y'all that don't know, I was involved in a very serious motorcycle accident. Um, while I am still very much here, staticky. Okay. Let me try to fix that. Hold on, I'll be right back. Is that any better? Y'all let me know. Y'all hear me better now? It's my turn, sir. Y'all hear me better now? Y'all hear me better? Coming through loud and clear? Info? I sound like R2D2. Staticky and the aircraft. All right. Huh. What's up, Father? Okay. Huh. I have no idea. I can't hear myself. I don't know. We're going to try a multitude of methods here. Is this any better? Can y'all hear me better? I have no idea why I sound like a robot. That's weird. Damn me. You come back to try to talk to the people, and the people trying to say you sound like R2D2 in this thing. No, it's just loud. Okay. Well, in that case, it looks like I'm gonna have to stop and come back. Let me leave and come back. Oh, Jesus Lord. Hello. Is this any better? We having some serious technical difficulties here, goddamn me. Banner, banner, for banner, nanny. Let me make you blue. A lot better. Much better. Okay, all right, okay, well, welcome back, everybody. Let's try this again, shall we? My name is Maki with Unique Serpents by Maki. If you don't know me now, you didn't know in the past, I am the KC Queen of Serpents. You know what I'm saying? In the Kansas City, greater Kansas City metro area. If you don't know who I am, get to know who I am through this here podcast that we do every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the Rags to Respect podcast. And I do mean that very seriously. It's Rags to Respect over here. We keep it a whole buck. If you haven't gone through and supported my people, please go through and support my people. Everybody on BTS every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think that's 7 p.m. EST. That would be The Bear, In the Grove Exotics, Uptown Exotics, Fava D, Creative Reptiles, my brother Elias, my big brother Rock from Rock on Reptiles, and of course my Candy Cane from Candy Lady Creations, and Ohana Scales with a Z. Make sure you get with my people. That again, that's every Tuesday on the Rock on Reptiles YouTube channel, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if y'all don't know, what I was saying is basically I've been on a bit of a hiatus, and prior to a month ago, which we'll go into detail in a second, I had some other personal issues going on, like with my vehicle and stuff, and it just made things difficult to do things. But very shortly, not too long after I got that situation handled, it was the weekend of, if you don't know my mentors, I call them my mentors, Celtic Balls out of Kansas City. Please go support them as well on their YouTube, their Instagram, their TikTok, they're everywhere. They have an annual crawfish boil, and this was my first year that I knew about it, and the first year that I was invited. And that very same night of meeting all these amazing folks at that first portion on Friday, my life was duly changed forever. And not even after, a couple hours after I left that function, I went to get on my motorcycle so I could go have a good time with my club sisters. And I was involved in a very serious motorcycle accident, which is the reason why I've been gone, just gone, for a month. In that to say, there's been a lot of hardships, but something that I have never experienced in my life, there have been a whole lot more blessings that came out of that. No shortage of finding out who my people really are and who my village really is. And understanding that although I've been through a whole lot of hurt and trauma, I deserve and have earned the respect to get a couple good things out of 28 years of strife. So today I just wanted to take my time and really say thank you to everyone. And it's more than an open platform here today. I would like to go ahead and share a drink or share a smoke, a tote or two with anybody who's wanting to come up here. Y'all just DM me and I will actively send y'all the link. BTS already has it. So I just wanted to take the time today to say thank you and give you all an update on exactly what's going on. Ewog! My God. Tommy! So I just really wanted to take the time to say thank you. Shout out to everyone who has donated to the GoFundMe for me to get better. And thank you all for your kind words, your love and support in many, many other ways. The reptile community has its flaws, but when I tell you that I see none in the people and that I've dubbed my village and my people, there is no flaws within y'all. Mr. R050. You all have sent very kind words. You all have donated to the GoFundMe. You all have checked with my lady Deja and made sure that I was okay. You all have asked others that know how to, maybe you didn't feel like it was right for you to message me, and if you felt that way, I hope I didn't contribute to that. But you have messaged others to ask if I was okay. Y'all have supported every video that I've dropped. Y'all have supported every live that I've been on. Any interview that I've done, any posts that I have made. You guys have supported that, and I wouldn't be here without y'all. Mentally, I wouldn't be here without y'all. Biggest shout outs to In the Grove, Bear and his wife. They understood very much how much being able to be around my animals would lift my spirits. And they made sure that my rack system was wired enough so that my babies were good. I was struggling with my babies a little bit. Everybody was healthy. Everybody was safe for the most part. But we were breaking some fire codes there for a long time. And Bear and his wife, my sissy, make sure you support Coach Jess on Instagram as well. They came through, got my rack system wired up, and went and picked up, feeders for my babies from Celtic. And when they couldn't make it, Celtic came on back and fed my babies, and what made sure that rack system was wired to the T. So now anytime I want, or I got enough strength, I can go in here and I can pull out somebody just so I can spend a little time and calm my nerves with everything else that's going on. Elias and BTS, Big Step of Candy. And of course, my lady have all made sure that I have stayed somewhat grounded and stay somewhat close to who Maki is. And just stay there. Even out of all this situation there, I have gained 2 blessings in animals as well. Biggest shout out to Nikki and her hubby from Irresistibles. They have also donated a baby to me. It's a Lemon Blast girl. And they said anytime that I'm able to get better and get right, she's coming on out. Her name is already dubbed, and it is Elaine. Also, biggest shout out to Boa DNA. I've never had an interaction with them ever. And on this past Tuesday, they donated a boa just because they wanted to. Now, I'm not one to beg or to plead or nothing like that. But I am not so prideful that I can say that I cannot say thank you. And although it's hard to explain for somebody like me, receiving that kind of love that I'm used to giving to others in circumstances is hard to accept. I've walked many, many years thinking I was totally by myself and have proven that I was totally by myself. But in the last month, people that I have only known for 3 years have supported me longer and been there longer and been there every single time than folks I have known for a decade. So if I ain't told you personally, or I missed you in the messages, or I missed you in the shout out, if you catch this live, y'all know who you are, and y'all know when I say, I mean it. Y'all are the shit. And I give a toast to my reptile community in my village. Y'all give yourselves a pat on the back, a fancy gift, a good drink, a nice toast. Y'all do what y'all need to do because I'm celebrating with y'all today. I'm very thankful because I don't think I would have made it a month from this by myself. So here's to y'all. Truly, I am grateful to y'all. Outside of that, I said that I was in a serious motorcycle accident, and while I'm here, I did sustain some serious damage. Essentially, well, I guess I should tell you. I guess it's kind of funny how it happened, though. This son of a bitch got me on a cane. So, look at here. I go out to kick it with my club sisters, and everything was fine. It's the start of the riding season. We good. Everything was fine on the way to the party, and then we get on the bikes to go home. And we going down the highway, and normally we ride real strong. We don't mess with no cars. We ride, and we ride faster to get away from the cars for situations like this. But this particular night, the traffic decided that it was going to be heavier. So we... DoorDash. Blame the DoorDash, man. Oh, I'm fucking up. I be forgetting I gotta click. One of y'all need to be a dedicated moderator or something. I mean, I get to drink. My job is to drink and talk. I need somebody to get to clicking. Got that on me. Here we go. We just gonna start here. Okay, creative. Elias, how you doing? My brother Tommy from Ewald. Denise, Banner. My lady Deja, of course. The Burr. And Mr. R.O.50 in the building. And of course, my Fiver. And y'all already know that's Fiver from Uptown Exotics. If you don't know, now you know that. So, okay, we got all the comments out of it. Ewald, are you not? Tommy, you not blue. Hold on, let me fix that, partner. Hold on, let me fix it. Let me fix it. There we go. Now you smurf. All right. So like I was saying, everything was fine. On our way to the party, everything was normal. We was riding clean. I mean, we looked like something sexy out of magazine. On the way back, these motherfuckers was thick. I mean, the traffic was just thick as shit. So we dialed back a little bit. We said, okay, we got to watch this, And we chilled out. Well, we weren't doing it. We weren't really doing much anything anyway. And we were rolling. And this goddamn white Monte Carlo, about a 2000 to 2005 body style, that kind of square situation. White, son of a bitch. The car was white. He zipped over out of nowhere. He acted like he was getting off on the exit and then came clear across. So we were like, okay, well, this is one of them situations where we need to go ahead and get away from this area because he's moving and zipping through traffic. So we pushed just a little bit. And we got in a good clearing. There was nobody around. So because I like to go, I like to ride my bike and show my pipes. That's what I like to do. I got in the far left lane and I saw this flash in my rearview mirrors. And normally that means that a car has gotten behind you or changed lanes. That's normally what that is at night. Of course you check. But this time I made the assumption, okay, it's just, car has, switched lanes or something like that. And that's fine because I saw the car behind me. The next thing I know, I see a flash of white in front of me. Or not quite in front of me, on the side of me. Again, I was in the far left lane. There was nothing to the left of me but a guardrail and the shoulder. Y'all know what a shoulder is. So this fool tried to pass me on the shoulder of the highway. He hit the guardrail, lost control, then he hit me, dragged me across the highway, and also in the midst of that, the back end of his car hit my president of my motorcycle club. Now, she's okay. She is also okay. We both walked away, not unscathed, but we both did walk away alive. Neither one of us were hospitalized overnight or anything like that. So as far as okay can be, we're okay. I didn't know, but I had gotten pinned under the car. I didn't know I was pinned under the car. He dragged me all the way from the left lane all the way over to the other shoulder and the other guardrail. And I thought I just laid the bike down and it slid that way. Is what I thought. That thing didn't spin around. I didn't been spun around and all types of shit. I didn't know. And I sat up, and the first thing I did was wiggle my toes. For y'all that don't know, I'm a surfer and I'm a surfer and a skateboarder. Thank you, Brother Elias. So the first thing I did was I wiggled my toes. My other club sister said I got to get up from up under the car. And I said, okay. So I wiggled my toes again. And I'm like, cool, nothing's broken. But I tried to get up. And, I stood up for about a half a second. Because I did actually, prior to that, I figured I was pinned under there. So I got the right leg out. The right leg came on out. The left leg was a little off. And I knew I went down on my left side. So I was like, okay, well, that's why it's a little off. You did just go down on a motorcycle at 45, 50 miles per hour. You know, hey, it's a thing. So, bow. You know, and so I'm like, all right. You know, of course, it's going to be a little sore, a little, you know what I'm saying? A little, you know. But I tried to get up, and I carry my wallet on a chain that's attached to my pants. You know, you're not supposed to take anything on a bike that you're not willing to lose. Thank you, Ewald. So I keep my wallet attached to me on the belt loop, on the chain. I'm also an alternative kid, if y'all didn't know. Just so you know. Nikki, there she is. There's my sissy. Go make sure you get with my girl. You get with my girl, Nikki. You get with my boy, Ewald. You know, Tommy, Ewald, Tommy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Get with my people. Dagnabbit. But I was stuck under the car, and I kind of tried to, you know, drag myself out of it, right? And I was like, man, something. I love you too, Nikki. Something was catching me. So I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is catching me? What is going on? And I'm like, oh shit. It's my wallet. So I said, okay. So I got the wallet and I unhooked it from my belt loop and I tossed the wallet from me. And then I turned over. I flipped over on my stomach. Because I was like, okay, I got to get up. My other sister's telling me, you got to get up. So I put my right leg under me. And I was going to move this 225 tonight. I was fitting to move this 225 tonight. It is. And I still got the wallet. Oh, yeah. And I'm looking at the rainbow heart. Shout out to everyone. Happy Pride Month and happy belated Juneteenth to all my people and all my supporters on both fronts. Before I forget. Damn, forgot my own damn month. But I flipped over and I put my right leg under me and I wiggled my toes one more time and I said, okay, nothing's definite. I can wiggle my toes. I'm good. So then I tried to stand up and I went back down. I face planted faster than anything. I done taken some falls. Now, anybody that knows me knows I just fall hard. Like, I will slip over something, and I mean, it is like a cartoon character fall. Like, I fall really hard. I don't know what it is. And I pop up and I be fine. But this time, the body said no. I ain't never had my body just say no to me. Like, it's always been like a mental, hey, move your right leg, move your left leg. We're going to get this done today, and then we're going to go home, have a beer, and go to sleep. This time, my body said, absolutely not. You're going to lay the fuck down. Pow, I hit the ground. And they like, well, you got to get up. You got to get up, Maki, you got to get up. The car's on fire. You got to get up. And I'm just screaming. I can't. My leg. I can't. And then they got me up. They got me up. They took me to the car. I'm asking about everybody else. Where's this sister? Where's this sister? Where's this sister? Where's this sister? One of my sisters is a CNA, RN. She wanted him. She in the medical field. So she comes over to the back of the car. They put me in the back of her car, and she comes over to the car. And she's like, look, I need you to be still. I need to look at your leg. It's bleeding. I said, okay. I said, I know it's bleeding. And she was like, can you lay back? And I was like, I cannot. Well, I was like, yeah, sure. And I laid back. I tried to lay back, and it was burning. My whole back was burning. Felt like I was on fire, man, on fire. And I was like, ooh, I can't. She was like, you can't jerk like that. I got to look at your leg. Come to find out, it didn't look that bad to me. All right? It didn't look that bad to me. But on further investigation and healing, it was pretty bad. Something on my bike or something on the road. I don't know what it was. Wasn't nothing stuck in it. But there was a hole in my knee. There was a hole in my knee. I get to the hospital, they tell me, any deeper and you would have saw the bone. I only had about 2 or 3 layers, maybe. Bosa brother, another one of my great supporters. So at that point, the cops came, they talking to me, and I remember just shivering and chittering, chattering. And asking about my sisters. That's all I remember after that. And then I remember they helped me get to the back of the ambulance. And I go to I get in the ambulance, and they take me over to fuck-ass research, which if you're not from Kansas City, you know, but here's the rule about research. They told me I couldn't go nowhere else because I was in so much shock. They told me I couldn't go nowhere else. But you don't go to research unless you're ready to leave the earth or you've been shot. Well, neither one of those happened, so I just knew I was out of there that day. I just knew I was gone. You gonna take me to research? Oh, no. No, you don't go to research unless you've been shot or you ready to just go. I wasn't ready to go, and I ain't been shot. There was no reason I should have been taken. They shouldn't have taken me to research, but they told me I didn't have a choice. So I get to research, and the people are moving all around behind me. They talking over me. Oh, wait, I got a really funny part of this story. So they talking all around me, right? And I'm answering questions. They're like, what's your name? Such, Maki Watts. Where you from? I said, do you want where I live now? They're like, yeah, we need your address. Can you say your address? Blase, blah, 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 Independence, Missouri. They said, okay, good. Then they asked me who the president was, and I scared them because I couldn't remember for a second. I fucked up and said Trump. I knew it wasn't Trump, but I knew he was in a new era, but I was like, shit, what's his name? Biden? Yeah, Biden. And then I was like, Kamala. They were like, okay, good. You got that. They said, do you know where you are right now? I said, well, I assume I'm in research. That's where the ambulance told me I was going. And then I was like, man, forget all these stupid ass questions. I was like, where's my sisters? And then that's when they told me that one of my sisters I didn't know that my other sister had gone down. I had no idea until I got to that hospital. I had no idea that she was in an ambulance right behind me. I had no idea that she was in an ambulance right behind me. I had no idea until I got to that hospital. Because they said, well, she's coming back from test or whatever, and we're going to get you an x-ray or whatever. I said, where's she at? Is she back? What's going on? Where's she at? What's wrong? I'm freaking out over that. And they just say, oh, well, one of them called me sir. That was another thing. I was like, now look at here. By this point, this motherfucker calling me sir, and by this point, they already taking clothes off. Okay? Now here's where it gets real funny. One of the nurses I happen to have gone to school with during middle school or what is that called? Is that called junior high? Yeah, junior high. Okay? So I didn't know that, but I didn't know she was in the room. I didn't know she... Am I back? Ah, see, yeah, Oh, that's funny. All right, am I good? Okay, so I disconnect the headphones now. Shit, is it better? Somebody let me know something. God damn it. I'm about to snitch. Is it better? Okay, there we go. All right, so look, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this out here. Remember when I was talking about my village and all that? Yeah, okay. Well, the village includes this good man right here. If y'all missed this episode, that's J Buggy. J Buggy is my big brother, and when I tell you he's been here damn near every weekend since this shit happened, I mean it. Every weekend, this man and my niecey Pot and my sister-in-law have spent the weekend at my house. Cooked for me, helped me clean, all of that. But he's the reason why the technical difficulties happened. So blame him, because he called me. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and pour a drink. get your good smoke. Do what you do, because these technical difficulties and shit gonna be the death of me. But like I was saying, I was in the hospital, and one of the girls I went to middle school, junior high with for years, and I didn't know that she was in the room at the time. But but continuing, mamas, that's my adopted mamas, y'all. That is my adopted mama, bro. That's J Buggy mama right there. Hi, mama. This is our first time. Let's get you smurfed, mama. So when you come in here, you gonna be blue and can kick people out if you want to. Everybody in here is real nice though. But y'all say hello to my mama, y'all. Y'all say hi to Mama Lolita. But I was answering the questions. I was asking about my sister, you know, while I was in the hospital and all that. And then these motherfuckers got to taking off clothes. And they got ready to cut my shirt and my sweatshirt. They got ready to cut it, and I told them, I said, no, y'all can't cut my sweater and my hoodie and my shirt, man. This is my club stuff. Y'all can't cut it. So they were like, well, you can't move like that. We got to get this off. I had a collar on my neck at this point. I snatched off everything. I snatched off the bra, the shirt, and the hoodie all in one go. I mean, it hurt now. It hurt. But I snatched it all off all in one go because it wasn't fitting to cut it. Now, when I got there, they had cut up halfway to my knee on my right side. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I've been in an accident. They might cut something. And then they didn't stop. After I got this off, they started cutting everything. And they cut my good boxer briefs. I don't care what nobody says. I'm not letting them boxer briefs go. Y'all didn't have to cut my good boxer briefs like that. Them were my good PSDs. Y'all had to cut my boxer briefs like that. That was disrespectful. I could care less about the jeans I got from Move 21. I don't care about that. But my good lucky boxer briefs. Jesus. Cut my good boxer briefs. I felt a breeze like I have never felt in my life before. And Jason, J-Buggy can attest to this. I'm known to split my pants now. For whatever reason, I just wear my pants to where they just can't be worn no more, and I don't notice, and I'll go to grab something, and there it go. Like SpongeBob. Now, I'm known to rip my pants now. But I ain't never had my boxer briefs just out in the open and shit. Oh, God. I'm telling you, support the GoFundMe for my boxer briefs alone because I'm scared and traumatized now. Yeah. But, fuck you, J-Buggy. But after that, they took me back to the, get my x-ray. And they did an MRI. That MRI was they gave me this dye in an IV. Look, I was so fucked up. I didn't even know that they put the IV in, bro. I didn't even know. I'm terrified of needles. As many tattoos as I've got, I'm terrified of needles, man. I had no idea that they put the IV in me. The amount that what your body prioritizes and what it makes it lacks on in moments of stress or shock is fascinating. I didn't feel because they told me they were going to put it in, so I was like yeah, but they were talking to me and it was crazy. It was crazy how your body. I'm a real science kind of kid. Like, science was my favorite subject. And watching my whole body go through this whole process and being even more in tune with it than I already was is just fascinating to me. It's just very interesting for me to watch. They are not the same. Thank you, Banna, for telling the truth. They're not the same. But I went back and I got the MRI. They gave me this dye, and it felt like my whole body was on fire. It only lasted like 2 or 3 minutes. It was not that long. They told me what it was going to do. But when I got hot, I didn't think I would get hot like that. Like, being hot on the outside and being hot on the inside. Liu Kang, you sit the hell down over there knocking shit around. Liu Kang the retic is up, Raiden the baby ball python, they up. And they make a noise. But my body got very hot. I mean, just hot. I've never experienced being hot like that before. And it was in the inside. It was just weird. I mean, if you've ever in your life ran a very, very high fever, that's probably what it would feel like. I myself have never experienced a really high fever. I've experienced a fever, but not one that's really high. So that's probably what it felt like. And I wanted to sweat so bad, but there wasn't no sweat. And then I felt it from the top of my head, and then it went all the way down to my stomach. Then came back up, and then it went away. I was like, oh, Lord. Okay, that was intense. Love you too, brother. Thank you for coming through. So then after that was over, they stuck me in the hallway. So I guess me and my sister could have a conversation so we could talk and support each other. Um, all in all, I came back with I have a fractured um, fibula, which is the non-weight bearing bone in your leg. It's the back one, the kind of skinny one that's kind of in the back and on the side. But I don't give a damn what they're talking about. You might not be you. It might not be the complete weight bearing bone, but you can definitely tell when something ain't right with that because I can't. I just get tired. Everything gets tired. I'm used to working on my feet all the time for 12 hours. So not having that strength in my leg is baffling to me. I can't walk without a cane. I have to be on a cane or in a brace. Like it's bad. So then I had to wait a couple, or no, they excuse me. I said an MRI that they took me back for an MRI. I apologize. They took me back for a CT scan. Excuse me. It was a CAT scan that they took me back for in the hospital initially. After a few days, I had to set an appointment and I went in for an MRI. And then about a week later, I got those results, which showed what we were hoping was not going to be the case was that I wouldn't have any tears in my tendons in my leg because that really dictated whether or not I was going to have surgery or not. So the update is right now, I have a blown out knee. Um, the fracture. I have the fracture. My LCL, it has a partial tear. My ACL in my knee is completely torn. It's completely severed. And the other two tendons both have partial tears. What they're hoping for is that, everything will heal up and, I can just continue the rest of my life in general without having any surgery, but being a woman closer to 30, being overweight, and a possibility of osteoporosis when I get older, all of that dictates just it'd probably be better for me to go ahead and have the surgery so that I can continue to interact with my animals as close to what I was doing before. Now, I'll never be exactly the same, but as close to what I can be is going to involve that surgery. So as of right now, I'm down for 3 to 4 months since May 4th. So it's been almost 2 months now. So 3 to 4 months. I go for a checkup tomorrow to see if the fracture is healing the way it's supposed to. Hopefully, it hasn't shifted or anything. Um, and then I start making a decision. Once that fracture is healed, I start making a decision on whether or not I'm gonna have this surgery, which will put me down for another 6 months at least. For me, the toughest thing is just not knowing. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing the physical therapy, but I haven't been able to get to my physical therapy appointments because my car is a piece of shit. So I'm just they said I have to do it in person. They said they can't send me with anything. So I'm not looking forward to having to tell my doctor that tomorrow. But I mean, it is what it is. If I can't get to the physical therapist, then I can't I can't do the physical therapy if y'all not gonna send me with nothing I can do at home. They told me before I left, was there anything I could do at home because my father was supposed to be taking me, but he lives like 30 minutes away. He doesn't drive all that well now, with his age, so it's a little difficult. But I'm hopefully gonna start the physical therapy next week so that way I can at least start to get better. Hopefully my car will act right. So I just been kind of getting hit with the car issues, being down, not being able to work has been the hardest thing because it wouldn't be so bad if I could go to work and get a steady stream of income. It wouldn't be that bad. I'd be shucking and jucking like I always do, but I can't because I can't work. And the universe has sat me down this time. And truly I've been sat down and I don't like it. But um, like I said, I'm grateful, and I don't know any other word to describe it. Yesterday I was on a podcast with my bodyguard, Chris. If you don't know him, Untamed and Unhinged on Instagram, TikTok. He ain't on TikTok as much, he said, but on Instagram, TikTok, and definitely YouTube. He's live right now. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. He a breeder too. Really good people. He asked a question yesterday that has just been sitting right here for me. He asked me, Elias and Father Don were on that podcast last night for Pride Month, and he asked all of us what we would want to be remembered for. And that question was just so, I don't want to say unsettling. Maybe humbling might be the closest thing to describe it. But it was truly just a question that really just made me sit and think, because really, truly, a month ago, y'all could have very well been remembering me for something. Not me coming back and doing a live and interacting and laughing and kicking it with y'all. I very well could have been a memory. And that's something that has I'm you know, if I keep it a whole buck, I'm kind of traumatized behind the whole thing, you know. And a lot of people say that that's normal. For me, it ain't. I'm not used to being traumatized by things, you know. Things just kind of happen, and then I come back from it. You know what I mean? But in all in due time, I've been making it. Not on my own at all. This is the first time in my life that I've really had to depend on people, because I just can't. I just physically can't. Or I just truly mentally can't. I've had to depend on my village, and I'm so grateful for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Easy now. Get out of town. Okay, I'm gonna have to get with him. I didn't know that. Well, thank you, Banner. Thank you so much. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean by y'all have been supporting. This is what I'm talking about. I would have never known that had it not been for Banner. I would have had no idea. I don't know these things. Jay Buggy, if you don't go somewhere and figure out what we gonna do for dinner tomorrow. I'm so grateful for y'all. I'm truly am. I don't know any other word to describe it. I don't know any other way to say it or to show it. I don't know how to extend this amount of gratitude to all of you. And I want y'all to know and to understand that I took some time, but I'm coming back, and I'm coming back harder. Even in this, I had somebody that wanted to book me. I personally won't work with them. I won't work with her. She pissed me off because she asked if she could book me, and I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-woman stud show. It's just me. I do everything that I do by myself. Not outside of support. You know, people give me pointers and ideas, and a lot of the videos and stuff, ideas and things I've done have come from other people, inspiration from other folks. But when it comes to the bookings, it's just me. I'm a one band. That's it. One man band. So I had somebody that wanted to book me, and as bad as I wanted to do it, I really wanted to do it, but I just knew I wasn't going to be able to do what I needed to do with my babies. I am very hands-on. I don't drop. I know a lot of people that drop the animals off and let the model and the photographer do what they do because they're not scared of snakes or whatever. I don't do that. I am there the whole time with my babies, and I know for sure that if I can't walk and I can't bend or do anything that I can't keep up with my animals, because God forbid you do something that spooks my baby, that hurt my heart. So as bad as I wanted to do it, because if I'm down, but I want to be able to do more bookings with my babies. I couldn't. I had to decline. And I just explained the situation. I said I was involved in a very bad accident. I'm currently unable to accept any bookings right now. And this woman decided that she wanted to ask me, or tell me that she doesn't understand how I'm the KC Queen of Serpents and she's never seen any of my work. I've never been in the KC where the People's Choice, the Kansas City People's Choice. I've never been in that or anything like that. Well, no, I haven't. But there's also not a category for reptile keepers in the Kansas City People's Choice. There's not anything for exotic animals, and there's not anything for reptiles or anything like that, or educational programs or anything like that in that thing, the choice for the awards. There's categories like best barber, best stylist, best esthetician, best nail tech, best Kansas City bands, and then they even break it down by genre at that point. There is nothing like that for me. But I had kind of had it with people asking me this or saying something like that to me, because I'm the only Black female LGBTQ person, period. I'm the only Black person, period. I'm the only keeper, period, that's Black and a female and all this, that has ever been published in Kansas City. I was published in 2023, and it was a year. It hadn't even been a year that my business had been open, that I had been doing Unique Serpents, and I was published. That's why I'm the KC Queen of Serpents, because don't nobody do what I do. Don't nobody do what I do. I've gotten so many compliments from folks. They're like, I've never seen a snake interact with you the way that your babies do. And then they go and they do the same thing with other people. Elias can attest to one of his babies that he gifted to me because he didn't have the time. Elias is a very busy man. He's a teacher. He's a content creator. He is a photographer. And he's getting his master's. He's a busy man. He said, you think you can handle him? I said, I think I could try. I met Elias for the very first time in person the night of my accident, right before my accident. And he brought my boy to me, Hades. And he told me he has never seen Hades so curious, so chill. And I held him no gloves. I picked him up with a hook, held him with no gloves, no nothing. If I got bit, I got bit. But Elias said he ain't never seen Hades that chill ever. Now, he with his Uncle Bear, and he's acting a total fool with Bear. I can't wait to get him. I can't wait to get him and see him mellow out. I can't wait to get him and he not strike. He not be defensive. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for him to be chill and calm and cool, and we just be chilling like I chill with everybody else. I can't wait. I cannot wait, because that's just gonna be that's just gonna solidify. I am what I say I am. Right, and Bear's wife Jess. I can't wait to really put my stake and my claim in this. I called this, originally this was supposed to be Story Times with Maki, but this whole podcast is truly rags to respect, because I came from some rags in the reptile community. My very first animal was my normal Kamea, and she's just a normal ball python. So much hate for no reason. Absolutely none. I started this podcast just because I wanted the newbies to have somewhere safe that they can come and they can learn and they can explore and all of that. Well, you can see them anytime you want to. I really wanted the newbies to be able to come somewhere and feel safe. And I want the newbies to know that you're going to get some hate, probably. A lot of times you're going to get some hate. A lot of times you're going to get some flack. But you stay on your grind and you're going to earn it. Because I blew everybody out the water. People talk so much smack and they still continue to talk so much shit to this day. Motherfucker stole my logo a couple months ago. I said, oh, so we still in logos now. Y'all mad. And I'm not one, I'm just real in the fact that I'm not one that I can sit and take some mess. You ain't going to be yip-yapping behind my back and I find out about it and I'm not going to ask you. We going to have a conversation. I knew I was dedicated to this when I got a snake tattooed on my right hand. I knew I was dedicated to this. They say that people that shake with their left hand are snakes, right? They're ingenuine people. So I purposely got a snake tattooed on my right hand to ask you, well, what does that make me? The same perception that you have of my animals, you don't have that perception of me. And I just shook your hand with my right hand with a snake on it. So what does that make me? All I want folks to do interacting with me is just question some things. Question some things that you learned. Question some things that you think you know. Ask some questions about it. And see, does it sit quite right with where you're trying to go with things? That's all I want. And be real about it. Be transparent about it. I don't have no shame in my game. I'll tell a motherfucker in a heartbeat that I was breaking some fire codes with this rack system. But my babies were healthy. They ate every time that I needed them to eat, except for Gambit. He likes to go on his hunger strike during breeding season. But everybody knows what I've been through or what I go through because I have nothing to hide. I don't have anything to hide. My struggles are real and somebody out there can identify with it, even if it's not exactly what I went through, which I hope nobody goes through exactly what I've been through. But if you can identify it and see somebody else, see somebody bounce back from it, that's all somebody needs sometimes. So I guess this whole podcast was an update and a chit-chat and to tell y'all to build your villages. And remember that it is quality over quantity. Doesn't matter how many motherfuckers you got around you if they ain't good for you. That's just toxic. Get your select few that you got and they good to you and you good to them and it will be more rewarding than anything you can experience. I know what it's like to have a lot of instant gratification, but this is the best that I have felt in many, 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 many years. Once again, I am so grateful for y'all. I didn't mean for this to be a very heavy or a very preachy kind of episode or anything like that, but y'all know just that shit flows. I appreciate everybody for coming in and kicking it with me. Shout out to my big brother who caused my technical difficulties. Shout out to BTS fam. Bosa brother, the biggest supporter in the reptile community. Let me tell you something, I'm pretty sure this man got a whole tech setup for this shit because he be on everybody's podcast and commenting, not just watching, commenting too. Big shout out to Nikki, of course. My niece, Banna. For the newbies, what is breaking fire codes? So breaking the fire code, so so when I say breaking the fire codes, you know how buildings have to have a certain amount of outlets and things like that, and so you don't overpower and set some shit on fire. Yeah, I was breaking some fire codes. There you go. That's what I mean. I love you too, mama. Biggest shout out to all my fans and my supporters. Huge shout out to my lady. She has been there every day, every night. 24/7, making sure that I'm okay. She and everybody else, but she's with me 24/7 for real, and she is making sure that your Maki stay your Maki. So make sure you give it up to my girl for real. Big shout out to Boa DNA and Nikki. I can't wait to receive both those babies from them. I'm super excited to get back to what I love and what I enjoy. I love my animals so very much, and I'm just happy I'm able to go in there and change water. I did a TikTok video of me breaking down an enclosure because it needed to be done, and probably shouldn't have done that. It hurt. I paid for that. But if it wasn't for my village, I wouldn't even be able to do that. So I just want you all to know that I very, very much appreciate y'all. And we back live in action. If you haven't done it yet, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button for me. Follow me on all my socials. That's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Herb Social, Bigo. I'm also on Bigo. I feel like there's one I'm missing out, but I feel like I hit the YouTube with the subscribe. I want y'all to know that I very, very much love all of you, and we will be back, Rags to Respect, next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, every Thursday. If y'all have any topic ideas, please send them to me. And shout out to Elias. I got my merch. I got my notebook. I'm hurting, so I ain't gonna go get it right now. But I posted it on my Instagram. So make sure you get some merch from Candy Lady Creations. This is the Versace of the reptile community merch. Make sure it's Versace. Okay? So make sure you support my people. All right now. Congratulations to Father Don. He has his first clutch hopefully dropping tonight. It's gonna be fire. So make sure y'all tune in, because it's going down. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know that I love and appreciate all of you. I'm gonna get out y'all here. Thank you for sipping with me, kicking it with me. Y'all let me know what y'all gonna have for dinner. And I will see y'all on the next one. And make sure y'all send me some topics for real, because I'm gonna write it down. Make sure y'all send me some topics. I love y'all. Good night.